Hi guys! Happy Halloween week. I thought for writing this week that I would do some fun Halloween writing because Halloween is one of our favorite holidays to celebrate at school and everybody has so much fun with it. So I thought I would pick a different book each day this week and we would do something fun with it. My first story is called Spookily the Square Pumpkin. Some of you may have watched this movie. You can find it on YouTube. It's a pretty cute little movie, but I wanted to read you the story because Spookily is not like his friends. He is square instead of round, so it's kind of a funny story and a sweet story. So I'm going to read you the page and then show you the pictures because it's kind of hard for me to hold it up. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookily wasn't like his friends, where they had curves, he had ends. Spookily was different. He was odd, he was rare. Spookily the pumpkin wasn't round. He was square. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookily sat there shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge. He just sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Spookily wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather is fair, but there are times when it's better to be square. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines. Then off they go, bouncing left, slamming right, banging, bashing. What a sight! Spookily sat there filled with fright, but glad to be a square. That's right. Suddenly the fence gave way. 3 pumpkins rolled out into the bay. Oh no, look at their sad faces. They're all like, help! Spookily knew what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he tipped, he tried. He finally flipped. He was on his side. Again he tipped, again he flopped, again he flipped, and then he stopped. Right in the gap where the fence had snapped, he blocked the way. The hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted, hooray! Spookily the square pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump and another one with a smack. Oh my goodness, poor Spookily. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on a stack with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash, and then it all went black. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one and laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, was wedged against that broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was brave little Spookily sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there the farmer knew all the seeds he'd ever sown. Spooklys were the most special that had ever grown. Oh, poor little Spookily. And then the next year, when it was time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, that morning about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds, most of them square. Look at those cute little square pumpkins. There were cubes, some rectangular, some were flat, and others triangular. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka-dotted pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Look at all those beautiful pumpkins. Could that really happen? Could there really be a square pumpkin and a purple pumpkin and a blue pumpkin? No. Now, every year on Halloween, Spookly's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare. Then they pick a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. Now you know the story of how Spookly grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too, and they'll tell someone who will go tell another, and maybe one day we'll all discover you can't judge a book or pumpkin by its cover. So for your writing today, there is a slide with my video where you are going to put all the pieces together. What happened first in the story, what happened next, what happened then, and what happened last. So you are going to be sliding those parts of the story in the correct order. So you're going to be retelling this story in those slides, okay? So you don't actually have to write anything together, you just have to do your slide work. I'll see you again tomorrow for another fun story.